I join with my colleague, the Honourable Nathan Guy. People all over this nation, and without doubt, communities around the world right now are with the miners at Pike River and their families, heart and mind, who are waiting in such difficult and incredibly uncertain times. New Plymouth mother, Natricia Herc, has flown down to Greymouth. Her son Daniel, father of two, is one of the 29 miners. 31 men were in the mine. 2 men, Daniel Rockhouse and Russell Smith, escaped through a service portal and walked 1.5 kilometres to safety. That left 29 other men, 24 New Zealanders, 2 Australians, 2 Britons and 1 South African, who have not emerged. It is certainly in the worst of times, such as this, that the best of communities pulling together is so important. Today, Mr. Speaker, we acknowledge the tremendous pressure facing families of miners and the people of Greymouth. We are thankful that technical expertise from around the country and around the world is focusing on the effort to bring the men out. A small snippet of hope occurred when a robot was sent into the mine to find out what conditions were like and captured new images, including a miner's helmet with the light still on. But in contrast, we can imagine the utter disappointment everybody at Pike River would have felt this morning that after the borehole was completed, that the gas samples were off the limit and it is still not safe to send in rescue teams. We are grateful that there is expertise from around the nation and around the world contributing to the effort at Pike River. We think about the people who are fronting the efforts to launch the search and rescue of the miners, of Pike River CEO Peter Whittle, of Tasman Area Police Commander Superintendent Gary Knowles. These men who have behind them an army of experts and teams of search and rescue personnel, they are working with very anxious and distressed family members to keep them informed of progress. They also have to front the questions of the worldwide media every day who are asking, why did this happen? Could it have been stopped? What went wrong and why? Their number one job right now is gathering data and coordinating these search and rescue efforts. I say, Mr. Speaker, that I have been very impressed with their presence of mind under such gruelling circumstances. Their expertise and professionalism is evident. We can have confidence in their leadership in such a crisis. The time will come for all the questions that are being asked to be answered. Undoubtedly, there will be a full inquiry to discover the sequence of events which led to the explosion in the Pike River coal mine and why those occurred. But right now, we are focused on the most critical matter of being able to launch that search and rescue team at the moment when it is deemed safe for those in the mine and those seeking to save them. Right now, it's very important to support their families, friends and community during this time. Mr. Speaker, recently I was speaking to a group of leaders in the energy exploration sector. There is a sense of affinity amongst prospectors and miners. They are people who work incredibly hard in demanding situations to harvest the Earth's resources for the benefit of our way of life for all people. New Zealand has a long history of coal mining, and an incident like this is the worst nightmare of those who work in the industry. Taranaki, which is the energy province of New Zealand, is the centre of New Zealand's oil, natural gas and petrochemical industries. It has almost 90% of the sector's total nationwide employment based in the region, generating $740 million of gross national product. All of New Zealand's producing oil and gas fields are located in the Taranaki Basin, predominantly located onshore, but with some significant basins offshore requiring offshore processing platforms. In my visit to one of these offshore platforms, you soon see the teamwork amongst the men. You soon see they depend on each other and the professionalism they employ in maintaining their safety standards. They are a rare breed, just like the miners of the west coast of the South Island.
Rajan Prasad.